the hell am I getting so much hate from the Latino community? But I love it though, because that shows I'm Anuel AA. I personally had no idea who he was till after I did the video. And for all you people saying, oh, don't do the song if you don't know, I listen to Spanish music, okay? So you can't sit here and tell me, oh, you don't understand it, that's why you don't like it. No, I don't like it because I don't like it. I didn't like the way it sounded. I didn't like the way it flowed with the music. That's what I didn't like. This shit was trash to me, so I'm going to say it's trash. 2021 was the year that I discovered Anuel. And Anuel is actually, like, his presence is actually really important to this channel, because this channel would not be where it's at right now without him. He is literally the reason why I got the most viewed video on my channel, even though that video has gotten me also the most hate on my channel. Real name Emmanuel Ghazni Santiago, a 31-year-old rapping, singing artist out of Catalina, Puerto Rico. Now, personally, I don't know exactly when he started his rap career, because in my research, I heard that he started in 2008 is when he dropped his first song. Not 100% on the name of that first song right now. I'll probably have it popped up on the screen, but I do know that he started recording music at the age of 14 and he started posting it at the age of 18, I think, in 2010. Now, the information on his early years, I'm not really 100% on, and that's only because it's just like it's non-existent. Like, I don't know, maybe I just wasn't looking hard enough, but as far as the information on like his first song, his first, like, in between his song and first album, I'm not 100% on like if his song came out first in 2008, if he started getting popping and started recording music in 2010, because that's contradictory in itself. But in 2016, I know is with the year where he started getting popping, he ended up getting hit with that arrest.
April 2, 2016, Emmanuel Ghazni Santiago was arrested in San Juan, Puerto Rico for arms possession. He was in a car with a friend who was on probation and had guns inside the car. Although Anuel AA, as he is known artistically, had no priors, had never been arrested before, he was sentenced for 30 months for unlawful possession of a firearm and use of a controlled substance. He was denied bail and spent his time between 4 prisons in Puerto Rico, Atlanta, and Miami. And he was briefly in a halfway house last May in Miami, then sent back to prison to finalize his sentence. This morning,
he got arrested for unlawful possession of a gun and use of a controlled substance. And he was in jail for, I think, 2 years. He got out in 2018. He was released in March of 2018, and I'm pretty sure the day of his release when he dropped his first album, Real Hasta La Muerte. And that, I think, is, if not his best album, I think it's his second best album. We're gonna get into the numbers later on in this video. 2018, first day out, Anuel rides the hype that he had before he got locked up and dropped his debut album, Real Hasta La Muerte. Now, again, I could just be really bad at researching, but in terms of like his first stats, like sales, numbers, chart status, and everything, I couldn't find. But I do know his album did peak on the Billboard's Top 100, number 42 on the US top albums. And I don't know exactly what it was for, like, you know, Latin American artists, but I think for Latin American artists, that actually was the #1 album in Latin, like, again, amongst like Latin American artists. Not to mention, this album went gold only 3 weeks after its release. That album was so fire that it literally spent 38 weeks on the charts. You know, like 38 weeks. There's only 4 weeks in a month, and he did 38. So what's that, like, what, 3 years? I ain't gonna lie, Anuel was like that back in the day. Like, but back, I think this was probably around like 2018, 2019, he was going crazy. I didn't even yet mention, as of November 19th, 2021, this album went 6 times platinum in the United States, 1 time gold in Spain. I don't even really need to say no more about this album. On May 29th in the year 2020, he released his sophomore album, which charted number 5, by the way, Emmanuel, which this right here is his best album. Me personally, I have not listened to this album. I listened to his latest album, and I'm actually, once I'm done going through this series, I'm gonna actually take a listen to this specific album, because this right here, in terms of numbers, charts, everything, this is his best album. When I tell you this is his best album by a landslide, let me just read off these numbers for y'all real quick. It charted number 1 in Spain's top 100 albums, and it stayed there for 149 weeks. It charted number 8 in the US albums top 100. It stayed there for 17 weeks. It charted number 14 in Italy's top 100 albums. It stayed there for 19 weeks. It charted number 15 in Swiss albums of the top 100. I don't know what that was. We're not gonna cut that out either. It stayed there for 11 weeks. It charted number 29 in Finland albums top 50. It stayed there for 1 week, and it charted number 141 in France, and it stayed there for 1 week. I didn't even mention the fact that this album went 1-time gold in Italy, 1-time platinum in Mexico, 1-time platinum in Spain, and 6-time platinum in the US. If you try to debate that this is not his best album, you have to be drunk. Now, this is when things kind of start taking a turn, when he drops his 3rd album. Now, I'm gonna struggle trying to pronounce this, but it's Las Leyendas Nunca Mueren. Now, I don't know if I've probably heard songs from this album before. I've reacted to a lot of Anuel on this channel, but the numbers dropped almost half from his last album to this one. Anuel drops this album on November 26, 2021, which was almost 2 years ago, because we're about to be in 2024. So almost 2 years ago now. Though this album may not have been as good as his last 2 albums, this album still did fairly well. Now, in Spain, this album charted number 5 on top 100, and it also was on the Billboard for 95 weeks. It charted number 30 in the US top 100, that stayed on for 6 weeks, and it charted number 96 in the Swiss top 100, and that stayed on for 1 week. And as of May 4th, 2023, this album went 4 times platinum. So it's still relevant. So though it still may not have been good as his other albums, he still did numbers, and he's still popping. He's still relevant. December 8th in 2022, he drops his latest album, LLNM, which is basically, I guess, part 2 to his first album, which is this. I think it's the same meaning, just abbreviated. But as y'all can see, his numbers just kept decreasing from that second album. His first week numbers, he went number 8 on Spain's top 100 billboards, and it stayed on the top 100 for 49 weeks. It went number 30 in the US top 100, and that only stayed on for 1 week. But the album also went 3 times platinum. So yes, it's still good, but at the end of the day, he still fell off. Even looking on one of the most popular streaming platforms, Anuel holds the number 48 spot for top artist streamed on the platform. He's also went down 5 spots, meaning less and less people are listening to him. Some of the people names are above him who I recognize is Juice WRLD, the GOAT. You feel me? You got Guetta, BTS, Mike Towers. Mike Towers is above him. What? That's real? Dang. Mike Towers is above him. I didn't even know that. But can't debate facts. Regardless, if you love Anuel, if you hate Anuel, numbers don't lie. Now, is he still relevant in 2023? Yes. But did he fall off? Also yes. That he's still a good artist. He's probably still one of the top Latin American artists out right now. But the fact of the matter is, he still fell off. He doesn't have as much hype as he used to have. I don't know if that's because he doesn't drop as much as he used to, or what it is. But all in all, he's still a good artist. He still makes good music, and he still pulls decent numbers. He's just not as hot as he used to be, which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, sometimes it's not easy to top your great work. Like it's not easy to top that. It's really not. Just like you can drop a movie and then the second movie is trash because everybody liked the first movie so much. It's not easy to top a work of art. So all in all, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I've been working on this video for days, for hours, and I actually enjoyed, doing this video. I enjoyed making this video. I enjoyed the information that I'm seeking. If I was wrong in anything that I said in this video, please correct me down below. I probably did get a few things wrong because doing the research for this video was a lot harder than I expected it to be. I thought it was going to be nice, clean cut, and it was going to take me a few hours to edit this, record these. This took me days, literally days. And I hope y'all enjoy watching. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next video. It's your boy Sway. I'm out of here.